You guys hear that? For the first time in 10 years, all three of my kids are in school. COVID is no longer keeping them home here in Washington State, and I miss them so deeply. How about you guys? Your kids back in school, and are they all day in school? Are you getting some stuff done? Let me know. So here's what we're talking about today. You've seen the headline. We're talking about the Model Y, and if right now is the time to buy it, or should you wait for that hardware 4.0 coming out sometime in the future? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about an unexpected expense that I didn't know about, that I should have probably known about, but I didn't know about. Just make sure all you guys know about when it comes to your Tesla. And we're going to give you another update on the new Tesla app, the new UI, and some issues people are having and some resolutions. So we'll get to that here in just a minute. Now, if you've been around a while, you know that recently I ordered the Model Y. We did it because we have a large growing family. We've got an MDX that sits in the driveway. No one wants to drive it because why drive that when you can drive a Tesla? My wife and I have been sharing my Model 3. And when I say buy a Model Y, I mean we put down the non-refundable $100. Also, if you have come back, thanks for coming back. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and sticking around. The rest of you, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. And at the end of this video, if you think this is actually kind of fun, you want to be a part of this, subscribe, join. We have a lot of fun. We do installs, product reviews, and talk about what's going on with Tesla. So should I buy the Y now? Should I wait? What are the pros and cons? So this is what we're going to explore today. But first, let me tell you about this amazing company called TEMAI. TEMAI is a company that I have often endorsed here on this channel because they make incredibly good products at a very good price, but also because they continue to listen to consumers' input and make that product better and better and better. Today we're talking about TEMAI because they just recently made their electric phone mount that everybody loves even that much better. This plastic phone holder can be put anywhere along your dash. It uses a sensor to close around your phone and one little tap to open it up. You charge it once every 3 to 4 weeks, and it is by far the best phone holder I have ever reviewed here on this channel, which is why I continue to endorse it. If you want to check out TEMAI and take advantage of a discount from CfTesla, look down below in the description for more information. Okay, we'll really dig into that why question here in just a minute, but first, let's talk about an unexpected expense that I should have probably known about, but I didn't. And I want to bring it up because maybe there's a lot of you out there that also don't know about this when it comes to the costs of your Model Y. Now, there's lots of information out there on the cost of ownership when it comes to owning a Tesla or electric vehicle, but they're more usually to do with cost of gas versus cost of electricity, and there's these other little hidden fees that sometimes you just don't know about. So I wanted to include it real quick in today's video to make sure you did, because it just sort of came up for me yesterday. And that is this: car tabs. And the question of why are my car tabs so expensive? So I have a motorhome, I have an MDX, I have a Mazda 3, and I have a Tesla. And by far my tabs are the most expensive on the Tesla. Here's an example. My 2007 Mazda 3 is $93.25 for new tabs. Now, of course, this is just for Washington State. Your state's going to be completely different. In fact, I am very curious. Go down below in the comments and let me know what you pay in your state for tabs. Maybe someone else is curious, and maybe they can look down there to find out. I did hear that like Arizona has like $5, which is crazy. But in case you don't know, here's why you pay a lot more for an electrical car tax. Now, it's not a Tesla tax, it's electrical car. If we look at the two different car tabs here, you notice there are two other lines on the Tesla, on the electric vehicle tab, that are not on my Mazda. The first one is the electric vehicle transportation fee, which supports the infrastructure of electric vehicles. So whether it actually does or not, I don't know. I'm not really sure what that means because I use superchargers, which is, you know, I don't think it's going towards that. And that's for $75. The next one is a $150 fee, and that's for the electric vehicle fee, which funds streets, highways, maintenance, and improvements. So these aren't an additional cost that you're paying. That's what I want to be kind of clear about. If you've driven another car previously, you've been paying this. It's just that you're paying it through the gas tax. Okay, every time you fill up at the pump, part of what you're paying for is going towards all these improvements. We all love driving on the road, so of course we're fine to pay for them. We like driving on nice roads. There's construction happening all over my house as they're improving roads around here, and that comes from stuff like this. But when you're no longer filling up at the pump, you're no longer contributing to that, yet you're still driving on the roads. And so this is how we're helping out with that. So don't freak out. You're not paying additional that other people are not paying. Not really, maybe a little bit, depending on what that infrastructure fee is all about. But overall, you're just paying, your share in keeping the roads going. So I didn't know if you guys maybe knew about that. If you're looking at buying a vehicle and you maybe saw that the first time, maybe a little bit of surprise. You've been paying it forever. You're just now paying it through your tabs because you no longer fill up at the pump. Okay, now let's get back to the big question, the main question of today's discussion. Should you buy a Model Y right now, or should you wait until next year or sometime in the future? And what we're talking about when I bring this up is we're talking about hardware 4.0. And is this something worth waiting for? What if you don't wait for it? Now, I want to point out here as we get going that there are other reasons beside the upgrade from 3.0 to 4.0 computer to wait on the Model Y. Some examples would be the new upgraded battery, the different casting that's going to be on the new vehicles. But today we're specifically talking about the hardware update. We'll cover those other topics in another video down the road. For now, let's just focus on this one issue of 3.0 to 4.0. How important is this right now to the full self-driving system? Hardware 4.0 is supposed to be game-changing in terms of full self-drive. So does that mean that hardware 3.0 is no longer good enough? How long will you have to actually wait for this? Will Tesla automatically retrofit the cars that have 3.0 right now with the 4.0 upgraded computer in the future? These are all questions that we're going to talk about today. Now, to be clear, no one really has all these answers, but maybe what we can do is brainstorm some things and comment down below as you guys gather information and have a bit of a discussion down in the comments. But we do know something, so let's talk about those. So back in 2020, during the Autonomous Day event that Elon Musk was talking about and revealed this computer to us, they did share some information. We do know that it's going to be 3 times faster, which that's significant. It's not like it's a 5% increase, that's 300% increase. That's a lot. But what does it all really mean to the full self-driving system? Well, when you take a look at what the computers are having to do, you can start to see why this matters. The computer in the Tesla is using the cameras to read everything all around the car. It's reading stop signs and deciding, do we need to do something with this? Is it a speed limit sign, construction sign? What is it? At the exact same moment that it's reading the road lines and steering your car, at the exact same moment, it's reading traffic lights, watching pedestrians, animals, objects in the road, the car in front of you while adjusting speed. All is coming from using these cameras to identify what it's supposed to do. And it's got to make those decisions now, instantly. So the faster it can do that, well, obviously the better it's going to drive, the smoother it's going to drive your car, the less chance of error. It's going to be a very big deal. So yes, having a faster computer, a powerful computer like that, even more so than we have now, is going to matter. But that question is always going to be, what does it mean for the people on 3.0? And if you bought a Tesla today, like a new Model Y, like my wife and I recently did, we put down the $100. If we got the Y with 3.0, is that still going to be good enough to do all the full self-driving? Well, here's what we have to think about. First of all, we're going to have almost 1 million cars pretty soon that have the 3.0 computer in them. And all of us who bought the car bought it being told that we are going to be able to have the full self-driving system inside of it, that it was going to work for that car, that the car was capable of doing that. And Elon has never said or hinted that 3.0 was not capable of it.
All cars being produced have all the hardware necessary, compute and otherwise, for full self-driving.
Now, there's a lot of people on 2.0 and 2.5 out there still that haven't upgraded the computer. A lot of that's because they probably just don't care. A lot of Tesla drivers don't have any intention of ever even getting full self-drive or even using it. I still today have a lot of friends who have never turned on autopilot. So for some people, this is kind of a moot point, doesn't really matter. But if you're one of the people that it does matter to, you do believe in full self-drive and what it's going to do, and you do want to take part in it, this matters because you're going to have to decide, do I wait or not? Now, getting back to the almost 1 million cars right now on 3.0, obviously Tesla's not going to leave all of them hanging going, just kidding, you have to have 4.0. So we know it's going to work in 3.0 computer. It's just how good, and will you even notice that much of a change? Isn't it fast enough now? Yes, the new chip is faster, but isn't it fast enough now to do it? Well, they say it is. The other thing is, will Tesla come out and retrofit the 4.0 computer inside the cars that have 3.0, like they did with the 2.0 to the 3.0? And if they do that, what's it going to cost? In the past, how Tesla has done this is they would send out a technician to your house, or you would go to the nearest Tesla service center, and there they would swap out this computer. Now, I'm leaning towards that, yes, that they will actually do this, but there's a catch to it. And again, this is just my thinking. I would love to have a discussion with you guys down below. And that is, I think that for people who pay for the full self-drive, I mean the upfront, the $10,000 in today's dollars, or people that have paid for it in the past, who have made that big commitment to the full self-drive, buying something that they didn't even sort of have yet, I believe that Tesla will retrofit the 4.0 into the cars that have 3.0 today. I think there would be a ton of anger towards Tesla if they did not do that. However, I don't believe they will do it for people that are just paying for the subscription. So I think that's one scenario. I do think that for people that pay for full self-drive, that they will get the new 4.0. So if you did buy a Model Y today and the new 4.0 comes out, that they will fix it into your car, swap it out in your car, as long as you've paid for the full self-driving package up front, the full cost of $10,000 in today's dollars. The second thing is that they may not do it at all for anybody. And here's why. We already see kind of evidence with this, with the full self-drive package, and a lot of people have anger with this as well. And that is that you paid for this $10,000, and then let's say you want to upgrade to the new car, a different Model Y, a different Tesla, a refresh model, whatever, you don't get to take that $10,000 forward with you to the new car or the full self-drive package. You have to buy it again with the next car. And so what they look at it as is it's now a feature of that car. So the car is worth more. So they said, well, you're going to be recouping a lot of that expense when you sell the car, because now you can sell it with the full self-drive feature. So it just stays with the car, like upgraded rims, whatever. It's just a part of that car. It's a feature of that car. And so the 4.0 might just be that. That car is now worth more because it has the 4.0 on it, which of course would make the 3.0 cars worth a lot less because they're not able to get it on it. I'm really not thinking that that's what Tesla's going to do, but I can kind of see them doing that because they kind of did do that with the full self-drive package. The difference is anybody right now could add the full self-drive package to their car, whereas if you have the 3.0 right now, you just can't decide to add it. Now we know a little bit about the time frame on this. We know that back in Autonomous Day 2020 that Elon said it'll be about 2 years until it's in mass production, which puts us to, in the near future. And then recently we heard that the first vehicle that's going to have the 4.0 computer is the new Cybertruck. So we also know the Cybertruck's going to start manufacturing here in 2022 as well. And so I don't know. I'm thinking somewhere between 6 months to a year, we're going to start seeing the Cybertrucks pouring out of there. And sometime around that time frame, we're going to start seeing the Model Y and the Model 3 coming out with the 4.0 as well. So when I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so we know it's going to be faster, we know it's better, obviously better. We don't know for sure if we're going to be able to retrofit the new computer into the 3.0 cars, although I'm pretty sure people full self-drive will be able to do that. And the other thing is, if they do decide to change the computer out, it could be a long wait. You've got nearly 1 million cars out there that have 3.0, and if everybody else wants 4.0, I mean, where are you on that list, right? Like, that's an enormous amount of people that want that swapped over, especially if they're going to not charge for it. So you may say, yes, I want it, but it might be a year or two before you can even get it. Are you willing for that? Do you want to take that risk? So here's what I would say today. I'd say that if you do want to get a Model Y and you do not care about full self-drive, you're perfectly fine. 3.0, you've been using it in your current car now. You've rode with some buddies who have it. You've done your research. It's fast enough. And by the way, it is. It's great. You've seen all the beta testers using it right now. That's 3.0 right now doing all that and it's doing a great job. So if you're okay with that, don't need 4.0, buy the car now, enjoy the car for longer, love your car, you'll be happy as can be. But if this is a big deal to you and you want the 4.0 and you're okay waiting maybe 6 months, 7 months, I'm not really sure. I don't know if Tesla's going to release it for the other cars as soon as it comes out, the Cybertruck comes out, or if it's going to be, a month or 2 or 3 months after the Cybertruck comes out. They're not clear about that, of course. Then wait. Why not? Wait. For me personally, I'm going to wait. I've thought about it. I've talked to my wife. We decided we're going to wait. However, of course, I do reserve the right to change my mind. So let me know what new information you guys have. What have you seen in text messages from Elon, other people? Put them down in the comments below. Let other people know. Let me know what you guys are seeing out there. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to wait? Are you not going to wait? What do you think about the time frame? Do you think it's going to be early next year, late next year before the 4.0 comes out for the Model 3 and Model Y? What are some pros and cons of waiting versus going right now? What do you think about them swapping out the computers? Do you think they're going to do that? Now let's talk about the Tesla app, because we've had a lot of coverage on that here on the channel. We talked about some of the issues people were having, some of the things you didn't really know how to do, such as see where the Tesla superchargers are on the map system. And so let's talk about some of the issues people are still having, and we're going to talk about some of the ones that have actually been resolved with the recent updates. So first of all, they did another update. So if you haven't gotten an update since you installed the app, go back to your app store, Android store, whatever it's called on your device, and download it. Now, I don't know if Android has it. As of 3 days ago, Android didn't have it. So if Android does have the app, comment down below, let me know so I can tell people, but it doesn't seem like it's actually gotten there yet for some reason. Also, if you're in Canada, have you guys gotten it yet? Where are you guys getting this around the world so far? So one of the issues was that the max charge, the little slider bar, kept being put down to 50%, and everyone's commenting, I have to keep moving it to 90 or 80, whatever you keep it at. Every single time I open up the app, every morning I have to keep doing that. It was a lot of messing with like OptiWatt App or Stats App. If you had those apps running, that it would kind of mess with this app. And so it was weird because it wasn't necessarily always actually putting it down to 50%. It was just saying that it was going to keep it down to 50%. So there's confusion with that. but since the update, I haven't ever had it do that. So let me know if that's fixed it for you guys. And if you're still having that issue, if you haven't done the update yet, go get the update. Hopefully it fixes that for you. If you are using an app like OptiWatt or Stats, I'd recommend still using that as your main controller for this. I mean, they're doing a lot more to help you from a charging standpoint, especially OptiWatt, which is actually a sponsor of this channel, which basically just means if you don't have the app right now and you want the app, go down below into the description, because if you sign up with my link down there, you'll actually get paid $5. It's a free app. There's no cost to you. But if you use my link, they'll actually send you $5 for signing up. It's pretty cool. And the app is all about getting you the best charge times for the company that you're with. They'll actually look at the charge times for the company, and then they'll charge your car at the off-peak hours. A lot of people have also reported their front and trunk opening and windows as well. They go down to their car in the morning and one of them is open. I've had my windows go down one time, but since the app update, that hasn't happened. There was even a guy, Mitchell, that commented here that when he came back from shopping, his front and trunk were open in the parking lot. Yikes, that would have been crazy. Hopefully there's nothing valuable in there. But that's pretty much it. Everyone seems to be liking the app for the most part and not having too many issues with it, which is pretty exciting. It's to be expected that you have some of these, of course, but they're taking care of them pretty quick. I mean, they pushed out that update like less than 24 hours after the app came out. We're gonna wrap it up right there. Now, tomorrow we are gonna be talking about how Tesla is starting to open up the cameras a lot more inside of the car to monitor your driving habits and the passengers. And we're gonna be talking about why other companies out there don't even have to have any kind of torque on the steering wheel, and they can basically let the car just drive, but Tesla can't. We'll talk about that all tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Well, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for today. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and comment down below and join us in the conversation. And I'll see you guys on the next one.